Welcome to Tech Notice. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at this case here. This is the Cougar FV270, and it's a pretty unique case. So let's take a look at what it offers, what it can do, and some of the special features. And this is video number 2, me drinking Red Bull, hoping for a Red Bull sponsorship to Max and Perez. So firstly, the overall design is quite unique. It's kind of combined of a lot of different things. Firstly, it's standing on the stand and makes it like an elevated look, like the PC case is elevated and kind of a floating angle. Then it's got a bit of a fish tank panorama view inside here. This is curved glass, by the way, which is very hard to do. The back fans on that side here, it is angled on that side as well. It's probably best to see when I show you the top of the case. As you can see, the back fans here are angled inside as well, which actually improves the airflow and makes the airflow better. They've done a few things for the airflow that I think are quite cool in order to make the airflow better. So when the fans on that side are angled, that means that they're pushing more towards like kind of the back side of the case rather than just in the front of the PC case and just, you know, causing turbulence in there. Plus the fan underneath there also pushes the air up towards the GPU and up out from the back. But let's take the panels off so we can actually see inside the case. So the side panel just pops out like that. So this is glass. Then the curved glass comes off by just pushing forwards. And as you can see, the glass is curved. Then this side panel comes off. It's also slightly angled and it's got a dust filter in the back that's magnetically attached and can come off very easily. We'll leave that over there because my fans are intake. We have the top that comes off. And this one also has a dust filter that's magnetically attached to the top that is easily removable. In my opinion, take the top dust filter off when you've got an AIO on the top exhausting out from the top, because then you get better airflow out, because you just want the hot air to get out of your PC case as easy as possible. Finally, we have the back panel that comes off exactly the same way. There's no screws on any of the panels. And again, we've got a little dust filter on the back side here that is magnetically adjustable, and as you can see, some airflow comes in from the side as well to give air for these fans that are on the bottom of the case. There are actually 2 more dust filters, one underneath here, there's a tiny one, and then one underneath the case, as you can see here, and that comes out from the back of the PC case. Altogether 5 dust filters, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, the back panel over there. Let's take a look at the cooling support. There's quite a few places where you can put fans. The side here, up to 240mm fans. The fans that I have attached here are Cougar's fans, and these are the A-Polar 120A RGB fans. They're daisy chainable together, and they're RGB as well. They're actually thicker than normal fans, 28mm thick, so they shift quite a lot of air through, but they are 120mm, just so you know. Then on the top, we have radiator support up to 360mm or 240mm fan support on the top, one up to 140mm fan in the back. On the bottom here, up to 240mm fans or 280 radiator, but bear in mind the support depending how thick your GPU is. And then you've got 120mm fan in the front bottom here. Talking about cooling, there's 2 very cool things, which is that the top bracket and the bottom bracket are removable. So when you install the AIO, you can actually remove the bracket, you know, screw the AIO in and then kind of put the bracket back, and then screw the bracket back onto the PC case, which makes it easier for, you know, AIO installation. That shouldn't be anything new, but this bottom bracket is really, really cool. So you've got 1 thumb screw on the bottom there, and then you can just lift it up. There's a little bit here that holds this front there, because the front fan, if you just push down, there's the kind of push release fan. You can just take that one off. There's pogo pins in there that go underneath there, and you can actually get this replaced and replace like a turntable, illuminate a turntable for some people who want to highlight some of their figures. And then this whole bottom cover comes off with the fans, which also makes the fan installation easy, but also PSU installation easy. The PSU you install actually from the top of the case inside, and if you need to add any more cables, it's super, super easy. I'm liking this feature a lot because that made the PC build a lot easier. So the motherboard compatibility, it supports motherboards up to E80X, so wider than A80X, and the GPU can be up to 420 millimeter, which is very long GPU, and it does have an included GPU sag bracket that's inside here. I have taken this off because my GPU is a little bit smaller, but if you've got a big, massive 4090, for example, or 5090, you can easily support it by just included bits and don't need to have anything else bought. Also, the back PCIe cover slots is turnable, so you can switch it around and get your GPUs mounted vertically in there. Bear in mind, you do have to buy the riser cable and the vertical GPU mount separately, but the back PCIe bracket for the GPU is rotatable. When you look at the back here and cable management, I've left it a mess because there is quite a bit of room between the back like motherboard panel and this panel here. So all the GPU cables you can just leave in there, pop the panel back on, and it's going to cover most of the cables. If you want to sort it nicely, there's a lot of Velcro straps already included all the way around, so you can do that. But also it does support the back panel connector motherboards, either ATX or M-ATX. As you can see there, M-ATX or ATX side barrel, it's all cutouts there if you want to have motherboard with the back panel connectors, which keeps the cable management and clutter much cleaner from the other side. There is also some drive supports that you can put over there. There's another bracket in here that I removed because I didn't need that. Stick around for the build because then you'll see it over there. And then also there's another 2.5 inch that mounts on the back of this panel there. So some drive support in the back of the motherboard as well. Let's talk about the price. This is launched at $179 and it comes with no fans. The only fan that's included is the bottom fan on the bottom there, angled up towards the GPU, and there's white and black versions available. Do you like the white or the black version? Let me know what you think. I think it's pretty interesting looking case. Building on it is very nice. I enjoyed building inside there. It was very easy. And most of the materials on the PC case are metal. Apart from the legs, the fan mount in here, the rest of them are made out of metal. Last thing to show you is the front panel I/O, which is power button, reset button, mic and headphone combo jack, USB Type-C and 2 Type-A ports. Now, if you want to pick up this case, I'm gonna leave it in the description below, as well as the fans if you want to do that. I'll leave all the PC parts that I've used in this build in there as well as the PC build that's coming out next. Now, for clarification, this video is sponsored by Cougar, so I am getting paid for making this video. They don't get to see the video beforehand, and what they're getting for the money is a scheduled video slot or video review about this case. I do have a list of things that they would like to feature about this case, but that's essentially the deal I have here. So just so we're clear. Thanks Cougar for sponsoring this video. If you want to reach out on Minect. I'm going to leave it in the description below. I'll get back to all of my Minect messages, and some best bang for buck PC build guides are also in the description below. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the comment section below. Adios.